Good morning, y'all. Hey, good morning, good morning. Sorry I'm late.
From the angle of social commentary or social critique, the Diddy case
Thumbs up the
is
video.
quite
1
rich. There's a
second.
lot to talk about. For me, the most interesting thing is what is demonstrated on multiple levels about the Western psyche. I mean, whether it's Weinstein or Epstein or Diddy or, say, R. Kelly or Dominique Strauss-Kahn, who everyone forgets about, the predation and the degeneracy of the super rich is
Morning,
always
morning.
met with disingenuous shock and disgust. While simultaneously, without fail, we're also always told that everyone knew what these people were doing for years. And in fact, I think that most people do understand that this is how the super rich behave. So the shock is not genuine. But if we're being honest, the disgust isn't genuine either. Because in fact, being rich enough to behave this way is precisely why many people want to be rich. The predation and the degeneracy are not peculiarities of the wealthy. The thing that makes them different is that they have the resources that enable them to do it. But for a very large percentage of people in the
Thumbs
West,
up
the
this
only
video.
thing that's preventing them from behaving the same way is their comparative poverty, not their comparative piety. The rich are not necessarily any worse than the rest of the people morally. Their wealth just removes the constraints that restrict other people from being just as bad. I mean, if you
Thank
look at
you.
popular entertainment, the sort of lifestyles that are promoted in popular entertainment and were promoted in the film and music industries by the likes of Weinstein
Hey.
and Diddy and R. Kelly and everyone else, that's the degenerate, debauched, hedonistic, anti human, immoral lifestyle that they themselves were living and to which the consumers of that entertainment aspire. It's completely consistent with the mentality of colonizers and slave masters. The fantasy lifestyle for Westerners is brutal. It is to dominate, to humiliate, to exploit, abuse, subjugate, degrade, objectify, dehumanize, tyrannize, and enslave. That's the Western fantasy. It always was, and it is now, and they act upon it any chance they get. I mean, they'll prosecute these types of people, these select cases, only to absolve themselves.
Period.
They
Thumbs up this video. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty. Bring you the latest and trending topics. I vlog my life. Please thumbs up the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Everything that we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. We gonna get into some stuff, but I wanted to start off with this commentary from this gentleman, and the channel's called Middle Nation. And I saw this and I said, this is it in a nutshell. Because what is the point of locking up the diddler if you're not gonna lock up his co-conspirators, the people who participated with him, the higher ups, the people who run the record labels, the people who are CEOs of this corporation, the big corporations, you know, you have all these CEOs stepping down. Why? Right? They're all in participation with keeping this ex trafficking ring going. Why? Because it's $1 billion business. And I felt like this gentleman summed it up in a nutshell, and I had to share it with my naughty crew. So please, thumbs up the video.
someone at the stake just to convince themselves that they're better than them, that they're more righteous and more moral than them, but they're not. Most of them are not. I mean, look at any music video, almost any music video, and tell me how it's not promoting the exact same lifestyle that you claim to hate Epstein and Weinstein and Diddy for. Meanwhile, those videos have hundreds of millions of views and hundreds of millions of likes, and you memorize the words of those songs. You have a problem. You can't reform yourselves. You can't reform and rehabilitate your so called civilization by just prosecuting token offenders. Finding these people guilty doesn't make you innocent.
There be
When
more.
you made them rich and you made them famous on the very basis of the degenerate messaging that they promoted and that you devoured. You've endorsed it all along, and you endorse it now. You aspired to it then, and you aspire to it now. I mean, you literally have someone like Andrew Tate who directly built his wealth through and for this very lifestyle, and by selling it to others, selling to others how they could do the same thing and have that same lifestyle. Because this is the Western male fantasy. I mean, think about it. Everybody in this case, in the Sean Combs case, everybody wants to know about the celebrities who were at those parties. No one wants to know about the nameless, faceless executives, the obscure, pasty old men for whom those parties were undoubtedly actually.
And what about the kids they exploited? Thumbs up the video. Okay, we getting into some stuff. It's all demonic.
In the first place, the celebrities were just the draw. They were the party favors provided for those anonymous owners and controllers of global financialized capital. But you want to know about the celebrities. Because even in your proclaimed disgust, you're still fantasizing. So I find the selective disgust to be performative.
Thumbs up the video.
And that's actually useful. That's a useful thing to know about the Western psyche and how they respond when the crimes of their society get highlighted. Because yes, in my view, these are crimes of Western society, because the individual crimes of someone like Diddy are reflective of the values and the aspirations of Western society itself. So when these crimes get highlighted, in other words, when for whatever reason, for any particular individual, these crimes are suddenly and selectively subject to accountability, there's a choir of hypocritical condemnation and outrage. Now, that matters to me, for instance, in the context of the Article 6 campaign to expel the United States from the United Nations, because just like Diddy or Weinstein or whoever, just like those criminals, and just like how everyone has known about their degeneracy for years, so too everyone knows about America's crimes. And just like with Diddy or with Weinstein, everyone is complicitly silent until the moment of accountability comes. Then they all rush to a microphone to distance themselves and disown the criminal with self-absolving condemnation. So this is why you might see France and the UK not veto Article 6 at the Security Council, because once we bring all the US violations to light in an official venue, not just in an essay or a book or a lecture or what have you, but actually in an official legal venue, violation after violation, crime after crime, human rights abuse after human rights abuse, stretching back for 8 decades, and call it out for what it is, why France and the UK are likely to act just like every associate of Diddy or Weinstein or Epstein or any of these other degenerate predators, and race each other to the podium to condemn and distance themselves and exonerate themselves and try to salvage their own reputations and polish their own image and assure the world of how good they are, how law-abiding they are, how principled they are, by throwing America under the bus. I mean,
thumbs up this video. We get into some truth this morning. Okay, this gentleman, when I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly what is going on. And we must keep it real with ourselves, okay? Diddy and Weinstein and Kelly, they were allowed to violate human rights all over the place until they weren't valuable, until the elites were done with them, to discard them. And now it's all this selective outrage, but you have allowed this man, these degenerates, as he calls them, to operate in their predatory ways and create victims all over the place. Love you guys. Thumbs up the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe.
Any of the European colonial powers were actually happy to watch the U.S. take over their empires? No. France and the UK are both seething with bitterness and resentment and envy, while they'll be just as happy to watch America fall as all those
They do not like us over in the UK. They do not like us.
Co-conspirators of Diddy are happy to watch that belligerent criminal go to jail if they have been clever enough to protect themselves from being prosecuted themselves for their association with him. I think France and the UK are just the same. They're in the same position as those associates of Diddy. They won't veto Article 6 because it would too blatantly expose them as being part of the same criminal syndicate as America. It's like cutting a deal for immunity with prosecutors. This is why it's useful to understand the psyche because frankly, it helps with analysis and strategizing, to understand the Western psyche, to know who you're dealing with and how they behave. I mean, there are actually so many facets to this story in terms of social critique. Like the fact that, okay, someone like Diddy, and actually most of the artists who were associated with him, were actually mediocre talents at best, with one or two exceptions. But you can literally see people.
Now, this point right here, I always say, Diddy was not no rapper. He's not no talent. He stole talent and knew how to market it. Let's just keep it real about it.
Independently on social media today, who are immeasurably more talented than these people are, than the people who the industry designates as being top tier artists. Now, to me, that reflects the financialization of the economy, whereby billionaires are created not by producing, not by creating, not by manufacturing, not by actually making excellent products, but just by manipulation of financial markets. Virtual money, virtual valuation of shares, stocks, what have you. Like I've said before, Elon Musk did not become as rich as he is now by selling Teslas. He got rich through financialization and share buybacks of Tesla to artificially inflate the share price, resulting in his net worth ballooning for no reason whatsoever connected to.
And the Tesla is there's stories all over TikTok. Tesla is trash. Trash.
Production or to sales. So in the financialized economy, profit and wealth are disconnected from actually creating or manufacturing products of value. It is unearned money. So it's the same with artists. It's the same. A singer or a rapper or what have you. It's like a Tesla. They're just a financial instrument. Their profile is the source of their profit. Their celebrity is the source of their profit. And it doesn't matter at all whether they have any talent or not. Just like it doesn't matter that there are so many electric cars on the market that are objectively superior to Tesla. Nor does it matter even that electric cars anyway are already absurdities to begin with. No one.
Thumbs up this video, okay? We getting into some truth this morning, Naughty Crew, okay? This is from the channel Middle Nation, and the title of this video is Diddy and the American Dream, which is bullshit, okay? Thumbs up this video.
You only have a company so that you can have shares in that company. Making things is tertiary to the purpose of a company, just like talent and producing quality songs or performances or what have you is tertiary to the purposes of an artist or a performer. Entertainment and art have been financialized. So in other words, the people who are making the most money and who are running those sectors don't care even slightly about quality or producing anything of real artistic value. This is why.
Because ultimately, the goal is to fund their sick fetishes, which funds the ex-trafficking ring, and that's why it's a $1 billion business, okay? Also, the same people that run the labels are the people that are building prisons, and that's why they have to keep them filled. You ever wonder why they would get rappers out of prison? Like the hip hop industry, the music game, that's the only place you can go and have a record, right? And get a job and make millions of dollars. You ever wonder why that is? Come on, speak to my Naughty Crew. Come on.
Celebrities that everyone wonders why on earth they are celebrities when they observably have no talent whatsoever.
The
Example, of course,
Kardashians.
is the Kardashians, who don't even pretend to have a talent.
The Kardashians are the number one contenders of perpetrating a lifestyle and an image, and they have no talent. But yet, we put them on a pedestal, not me, but America puts them on a pedestal for what? They're all sluts.
And you can find countless others among those people who the entertainment industry tells us are the most talented people in their field, but who are painfully mediocre in reality. Well, okay, this is in and of itself corruption. These are people who have built wealth without building value. So it's both corruption and immaturity. It's deceitful and parasitic, and it divorces reward from merit, from work, from discipline, from worth. It's getting without deserving. So you don't go through the development process as a person or as a society that you have to go through to actually deserve reward. That's the maturation process that can actually make you appreciate the reward once you have earned it. It's the maturation process that gives you integrity. Because unearned reward is just the other side of the coin of unaccountability. You know, if you can have unearned reward, then you will also feel that you should not have earned punishment. These are the two sides of the same attitude.
Hence why you have monsters like the Diddler. He didn't have to earn anything, number one, to get his spot. And he never had to be held accountable. He bought his way out of accountability for the past 30 years. What this gentleman is speaking, facts. Facts. This is Hollywood in a nutshell.
Gained your wealth and your fame and so on outside the traditional framework of merit, hard work, and talent. So you will also feel that you exist outside the framework of accountability in terms of your wrongdoing. You're someone for whom the rules do not apply, because if the rules applied, well, then you wouldn't even be rich and famous. Because you don't deserve that, and you haven't earned that by producing value. So you think that the rules don't apply either to your merit or to your demerit. This is very, very Western. So now you have people controlling incredibly influential cultural sectors who don't care in the least about producing quality. These people give you the soundtrack, the reference points, the lexicon, the standards, the style, the attitude, the perspective, the personality, the ambiance that pervades your whole society and culture. These degenerate, deranged, deceitful, diabolical people are like the cinematographers who set the framing of your view of the world.
The Jaguar Wrights of the world, the Christian Rocks of the world. They all in the category. Every last one of them. Thumbs up this video and please share the video out so we can get it out to more people. I think more people need to hear this message. And this is the truth. This is the wake-up call America needs. Seriously.
The filter of popular culture that's placed over the lens through which you see reality. And it's a very dark and very warped lens. But again, this is your so-called civilization. You know, you have this thing now, going around now, I've seen it online, that people openly talk about, what they call yachting, which is nothing but celebrity.
Okay, now Knotty Crew, I brought this to my channel about the yachting community and what goes on behind the scenes. Carisha, please, she is a yacht girl. I ain't even gonna say was. She is a yacht girl where these billionaires, they pay these girls thousands of dollars to come entertain them on the yachts. It's nothing but high class prostitution. Y'all figure it out, okay? I've been talking to y'all about the yachting community. Sloan has talked about it, okay, on his channel. It's just another level of trafficking.
Models and actors, singers, what have you, literally being paid to fornicate with wealthy men on yachts, basically floating diddy parties. And no one's offended, no one is outraged. Somehow for you, this is not disgusting. Because the lottery mentality of the West, you all hope to one day be one of those rich men on one of those yachts. Because you just take it as a given that this is the sort of thing that the rich get up to. And the only reason you don't get up to the same kind of debauchery and the same kind of predation as the rich is just because your finances prevent you. Not your morality, your finances. I mean, do you see how this looks to a Muslim? I mean, we see your social media platforms, Instagram, X, what have you, Facebook. These are largely being used just as delivery platforms, directing people to OnlyFans accounts or bookings for prostitutes. Your whole popular culture hypersexualizes women, glorifies violence, condones prostitution, promiscuity, drug use, drinking, pimping, gangsterism, and crime. And then you clutch your pearls in shock and disgust when one of you gets caught doing in real life what you always promoted in your songs and videos and movies. When you get caught acting in real life the same way that you acted on screen. When you get caught living the lifestyle that all of you tell each other is living the dream. It looks to a Muslim like the only thing that you're actually offended about or outraged about is the getting caught part. But then, like I said, you just use those opportunities as a chance to pretend to be disgusted by the behavior of people whom you made rich because they promoted that same behavior in their songs and movies and videos. I mean, why weren't you disgusted by it when it was put to a beat? Or if Diddy had released tapes of his parties in the form of music videos, his net worth would have tripled and he probably would have gotten a VMA award. Because the fact is, you approve of all this, you aspire to it. And in fact, that degenerate lifestyle, that predation, and that debauchery with impunity is actually the American dream. It's the colonizer, slave master, Western imperialist dream. And you know, for anyone who's over there in the States or in the West who genuinely, truly does feel disgusted and outraged over this kind of thing, because I know there are some of you, all I can say is, you know how they talk about situational awareness? You know, having that awareness of your surroundings and what's going on around you so that you can be alert to any threats or dangers nearby? Well, let's call this civilizational awareness. And just like someone who is oblivious to the threats and dangers around them on the street, you say that they have low situational awareness. Well, you have low civilizational awareness because you are truly walking around in a cloud of propaganda and indoctrination and obliviousness about the reality of the so-called civilization that you live in. You think that you're walking around in a park in the middle of a sunny afternoon surrounded by flowers and fuzzy animals, but you're actually in a dead-end alley at 3 in the morning in the pitch dark and you're surrounded by psychopaths and serial killers. No, people like Epstein and Weinstein and Sean Combs are not anomalies. You're the anomaly. And in that predatory society, that makes you nothing but prey.
Period. Period. Welcome to the channel. I figured I would start us off with some truth. And of course, everybody wants to come and cut the lawns at the same time. Okay, let me say hi to my naughty crew. Hey, Derek. Hi, good morning. Hey, Be More Shorty. Hey, Jochi. Hey, grown woman. Hey, nephew. Who else we got in here? Hey, Goddess Earth. Hey, Tarshella. Thank you all for joining me. I thought this was good food for thought. This is a lot. What he said a lot of truth in this video. And America, the dream is all smoke and mirrors or whatever. They elevate these elite, the rich people or whatever. They use them to promote products and things like that. And behind the scenes, they really are evil as people, period. You know, and they want to get to the levels that they are at so that they don't have to be accountable for their bad behaviors. And that's why we have the Jaguar wrongs, we have the Christian hard-headed rock tart, and P Diddy. Okay, and you might ask, where does his personality coming from? We went through this. We went through the history of P. Diddy, his parents, and things like that. But the fact is, these people are surrounded by a bunch of enablers. Thumbs up the video. A bunch of enablers that don't hold them accountable. Why? Because they are able to garner a paycheck off of them. So they look the other way. And meantime, there are victims being created in these situations. Okay? So, number one enabler. Number one conspirer has spoken out on the Diddy's behalf. Hey, Great Table. Has spoken out. Janice Combs, you know, she's been quiet all this time. I don't know why she didn't continue to shut the fuck up. She created this she helped create this monster. Okay? Alright, so we're going to get into Janice Combs and what she has to say about her darling son. Also, Nicki Minaj and Safaree are trending. Safaree a whole clown, okay? He was clout chasing like mug last night at Gag City, Miami. So we're going to get into that, and we also going to get into Nicki Minaj, because Kelsey Nicole, she recently did a photo shoot posing with Nicki Minaj sneaker brand, which I think is trash. Period. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, right? And I'm feeling like Nicki Minaj did Kelsey Nicole the same way Jay-Z did Dame Dash. When he broke up Rockefeller. Gaslit her. Thumbs up the video. We're going to get into that, okay? We're going to also get into Foxy Brown speaking out in regards to Jay-Z. And she exposed Tisa Tells. She did. Now, let me tell you something about Foxy. Now, she has been speaking out for years saying that her and Jay did not have a thing, okay? Were the lyrics in their song inappropriate? Absolutely, all right? And then we have Jay-Z and his lyrics saying he never stuck his cock in Fox box, okay? So with the two of them debunking that, what are we gonna believe? Thumbs up this video, okay? We only gonna believe the two people that were there. Until they say otherwise, there's nothing we can do about it. In my opinion, I really feel like Foxy Brown has more of a connection to the Tupac case. I think she's more of a witness there, and she can give some insight in regards to what happened in Tupac. I feel like there's more merit there in that story, and then trying to connect her and Jay-Z into back in the day, right? There's no proof. It's no proof. It's all speculation. Please thumbs up the video. Yeah, and then she gonna try to debunk it. Okay, so we got a show. Okay, but I just wanted to start off with a little bit of food for thought for my naughty crew, because I deal in fact, and what that gentleman was just speaking was all fact. That is the very foundation in which America is built on. It goes back to slavery times. Okay, it goes back to when the colonizers came over here, stealing land from the Native Americans, in a barbaric ways. And how did they do that? They great. They beat. They did everything they could just to devalue the natives that were here in the first place. That's why the Native Americans to this day get so many rights. Because they stole their land from them. Okay? All right? Then, you got the criminalizing of black people, okay, through the slaves and stuff like that, how they would just criminalize us or whatever. They have been continuing the same practices. They just came up with new ways to do it. And it's up to us to do our due diligence and do our homework to know when we've been being played with, seriously. And that's why we can't invite everybody to the cookout. Seriously. Because not everybody has the best interest at heart. Hey, Bree, boo. Hey. What's going on, boo? And I love the video you did about Nicki Minaj. Girl, I'm going to get into it. So up first, let's get into Janice Combs speaking out on behalf of her baby boy. Ciao. The number one enabler. She created the Diddy juice. Please thumbs up the video. Yes, and share the video. All right. So Diddy's mother releases a statement defending her son. I think she would have been better off being quiet myself, because you know what? You could very well be brought up on charges too, ma'am. Seriously, thumbs up this video. Shout out to Complex and Complex Music. All right. To me, she trying to be the Little Kims and the Mary J. Blige is still. With the blonde child. So, quote, "My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray I'm alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated." Child, the gaslighting is real. Did y'all drink the Kool-Aid on this one? The gaslighting is real. Let's just say this. Let me put a disclaimer. Now, the diddler is innocent until proven guilty. Yes, he is. That is his God-given right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But Miss Combs, we are not shitty ditty fans like you. We not. We been knew he was a monster. Okay? He wasn't a monster in the college stampede when he oversold the tickets and 9 people lost their lives. Oh, he wasn't a monster in the 1999 shooting that involved J-Lo and Sean, and he snatched Sean's life away from him. And I forget how many victims it was in that case, but we have one living victim that's going around on YouTube and trying to get her case reopened. He wasn't a monster then. He wasn't a monster on that Cassie tape that the feds leaked with him knocking her between the washer and dryer. He's not that monster. Girl, blah. So she wrote a whole big letter and stuff like that. I don't even want to share these lies. I really don't. I just refuse. Okay, Roman. He said he is not a monster. He's a pillar and a leader. He really is. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. You know what he is to me? He's a man that acquired a lot of wealth. And the first thing he did when he got that wealth, when he got that backing, was exploit his own people and steal from their artistry, and claimed it as their own. That's the facts. It's all over. The Locks, Mace, Biggie, Tupac. He's a narcissist. That's known. That's known. That's not me making stuff up or whatever. Yeah. I refuse to get gaslit. Hey, D Smith. And that's the question. Why do people that acquire money tear down their own people? That's a question for the diddler. I would love to. Actually, I did ask it because he was in my chat. Saying don't believe the media. And I asked him directly. He had no answers. First one's to tear our own people down. Like, he could have did a lot with his platform to uplift people and things like that. And he chose to do otherwise. He chose to do otherwise. Thumbs up this video. But I just feel like Janice is doing whatever to save her son. And at this point, your son is the cause of his own demise at the end of the day. Like, the feds wasn't even planning on locking him up the day they did. But he decided to harass and try to coerce witnesses. So they came for him sooner. Accountability is mad. Accountability. Let's see what Perez Hilton have to say. Hold on.
One of the many reasons Diddy ended up the way that he is, because of his mother. Monsters don't just happen, they are made. I am in disbelief and disgust that Janice Combs has just released the most tone-deaf and hurtful statement in support of her incarcerated son, who pays all her bills. I get that part. But he'd still pay her bills even if she shut up, which is what she should have done. There are many victims here and mountains of evidence, but despite that, Diddy's mother has the following to say. Warning, it's pretty enraging. Late today, literally moments ago, Janice Combs, through her legal counsel, says the following, quote, I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. This is just a bit of what she says. It's a legal tactic. I get it. It's a legal tactic. She and his attorneys are trying to influence potential jurors. But it's not working, Janice. And shame on you. Shame on you for re-victimizing all of his victims.
Period.
Let's go back to what she says. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. You know what's a pain too unbearable to put into words? All of the women and men who were drugged by your son, who were raped by your son, who were secretly recorded by your son. The government has proof. The government is going to make sure your son stays behind bars for a very long time, where he belongs. A lynching? Please, Janice! Please!
It's outrageous.
To
Like,
witness, to be like a public lynching, my son, too painful to bear to words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. Yeah, good luck with that. I am not here to portray my son as perfect, because he is not.
he is not, and it's because of you.
Mistakes in his past. Yeah, we've seen them. Thank God for that Cassie video, or he'd probably still be out.
Right.
He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have. My son may not have been entirely true. Oh, this is interesting. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel's surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. Yeah, I think she's telling that to herself because she does not want to accept the reality of who her son is. And her grandchildren have to deal with the same thing, coming to terms with the reality of the monster that this man is. Quote, "This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt." 'Cause he is guilty, Janice. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward, oh my God, I'm gonna vomit. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them, not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person. History has showed us how individuals can be wrongly convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. And Janice is not done with her Delulu talk. No. Puffy's mother says, Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side. Because we've seen video, we've heard from multiple survivors. 120 of them are suing him. Let's be realistic. Maybe some of those people are lying. Of 120, a good amount are telling the truth. Okay, Janice? These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain and not justice. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son. Janice. False allegations of sexual assault thwart. Oh, God. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. Shut your mouth.
Shut the fuck up.
To make
Janice
matters worse,
Combs.
the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, he still has those? Fans, he still has those? Colleagues, he still has those? Friends, he still has those? And the public not to judge him before you've had the chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who have been wrongfully prosecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in life deserves to have their entire existence judged by a single action or a few mistakes. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submitted on behalf of Janice Smalls Combs and the Combs' family. I have nothing else to say. Her words speak for themselves, and they are disgusting.
Disgusting.
What do you think about Diddy's mama and what
Thank you, Perez, because I refuse to even read that letter and have those words come out of my mouth. What about the prison that the diddler created for all his victims? Forcing them to sleep with random male prostitutes. What about that? She's so desensitized. And the only thing I got from this Knotty crew is she is mad that luxurious lifestyle that she lived for the past 30 years is over. Her cash cow is gone. Let's not forget about the freak offs that Janice Combs used to conduct back in the day in the 70s. Okay, because she was the it girl. She was so-called provide models to all of the parties, the celeb parties. And if they did a little extra, they got a little bit more off the top, okay? She should have never said anything. They're causing more harm to his defense, and they think they're helping. Even when King Combs came out with his so-called diss track towards 50 Cent, and he's making fun of the feds, talking about they didn't search the second house. Y'all making it worse on him. That's the delusion. That's the delusion. Please thumbs up the video. I think Perez did a good job. The bag is coming to an end. Tarshella said, I'm cracking up. Grown woman said, as a mother and a grandmother, I despise Janice Combs. She is deplorable. I think so too. Grown woman says, Janice, put yourself in the the positions of the other mothers of the victims? Would you be so vocal about someone doing this to your child? I need an honest answer, Janice. And see, that's the thing. She puts out this whole letter. They never ever want to give people a chance to respond because they know the hate is real. Okay? Because I'm disgusted by this whole thing. Please thumbs up the video. Hi, Bo. If I look angry, I am. I'm angry about this situation. It's outrageous to me that she will form her pen and paper to even utter these words without caring about what the victims went through. Spoken like a true bottom hoe. Period. That's all it is. Thank you, Perez, for reading that bullshit. Because I ain't have it in me. Hey, Cherry Baby. That bag is coming to an end and she know it. And this was a desperate attempt for her to try to save face for the diddler. And it's just like, Tarshello, not all bottom beast. Oh my God. And the diddler is not the only one. There's going to be more to come down the pike. You know, I was on Tasha K app. Looked like, what's his name? Roy Jones, another narcissist, and got hand problems and DV issues. His world about to blow up too. Like, they all these narcissists about to get locked up and held accountable. They're going to get themselves in, they have themselves in situations that they money can't buy themselves out of. Period. But this was disgusting. Like, she should have never said anything. Okay? Oh my God. I found, Angela White, Black China, whichever one you want to call her. She was just exposed for DVing her ex. We don't know if it's a money grab or a clout chase. Tokyo Tony came out here and talking about she the one that did it. Okay. So China has been using her kids online. I guess trying to revamp her image or whatever. And they caught Dream on live. Giving praise to the Lord. And I said, you know what? Dream Kardashian know more about the Lord than Christian Rock do. Thumbs up the video. Here we go.
War in heaven. Yes, that's my favorite one too. I love our... No, that was not the shortest. That was like, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom... No. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Like ever done so. And let us our trespasses. Trespass against us. To lead us to temptation, that died is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever, and amen. There we go. I said it.
Amen. Amen to that.
I have another one, John 3:16.
Let's go
For God so loved the world
for
that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Amen.
Amen.
She know more about the Bible than Christian Rock. I don't care what nobody say. I don't know how old Dream Kardashian is, but she know more about the Lord than that false prophet. I just wanted to highlight that real quick, okay? Go ahead, Dreamy. Because she want to make us believe that she know about the Lord, okay? Walking around half naked. Where are your clothes, ma'am? Where are your clothes? Trying to make us believe that Junior is standing up on his own. Child, my little cousin, I went to her christening yesterday and she's so cute. She's so adorbs. Kaylee, Cousin Nicki, love you, baby. She was so good. And I'm looking at her and she's only 3 months old and she has more mobility and control of her neck and her head than Krishan Jr. Child. Anyway, moving on. Who I want to get into? Safaree and Nicki Minaj, child. First, let me shout out to Couture Babe for giving me this lead. You know, I always quote my sources or whatever. Hold on. I think I was just invited out for some dinner dates. All right, so Kelsey Nicole, here we go. Posted through the shade room. They put it out there. Thank you so much, boo. I love you. She posted a whole photo shoot advertising Nicki Minaj sneakers, which I think they are not cute. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. Like, I'd rather wear New Balances than that. All right. And they probably overpriced for no reason. Okay. Actually, I think the pastry sneakers were better. All right. So, Kelsey Nicole modeled for Nicki Minaj shoe collection. All right. It was a whole big thing. It was all over on the blogs. Right. And I took it as like, Nicki Minaj is trying to throw jabs at Megan Thee Stallion, who was over there minding her own business and in her bag and not thinking about Nicki Minaj, okay? And I was like, this is petty, just like her last name, okay? Like, good morning, bright eyes, or whatever. So, shout out to the Bay Squad because they sent it to Couture Bay, and then that's how I got notice of it. And I went on Twitter, which I don't really even use my Twitter account like that, but whatever. And I went and found it for myself or whatever. And so Nicki apparently is debunking the fact that she used Kelsey Nicole as a model for her sneaker line, okay? And the first thing I thought, the first thing I thought, I said, she done Jay-Z Dame Dash this girl. She dumb. And for the life of me, I don't know why people even want to work with her, because you see the way she just even treat her little sister. I'm just saying. She is not a nice person. Nicki Minaj, she is not a nice person. I.e., look at who she's married, who she chose as a husband. Child, we want to get into that because she is showboating that man like he is not a convicted criminal. Thumbs up this video, okay? All to get back at Safaree. But Safaree is fucking funny, yo. He said, I'm a clout chase off this. Oh. Anyway, let me get back to it. So Nicki took to Twitter, as she always does, and gave us a whole a novel, okay? So let me remind you, this is what we talking about, okay? That's Kelsey Nicole. What Brie call her? Kelsey Bad Built Body. The botch BBL. All right, so Nicki said the fact that at the shade room, she added them, okay, posted this live 5 days ago, and I'm just now finding out. Ciao, LOL. I love being booked and busy. Models up for my collection. She posted a photo in my sneakers. Me nor my company knew anything about it until she posted it. So she did what many people did when they received my sneakers. They posted a photo in them. Kelsey Def went all the way out with this professional looking backdrop though, but she is in no way professionally connected to my sneaker brand. No matter what y'all pay the shade room to post, please remember that I did a sold out record breaking tour and was then asked to do a second leg. Too busy and too successful for the clownery. These calculated planned stories, narrative, every time y'all gotta promote is only making me feel even more like I'm that itch. No confidence in your money and energy on this. Hashtag Gag City Miami tonight. Between, did Kelsey not tell them she wasn't modeling for the line, Barbs? Did she just let them think that? I gotta get caught up, y'all. LOL, child. Woo wee. Booth on makeup chair. She played her. She played her out. She played her out. Yes, she did. She also played Safaree out. But it's given. Y'all remember that scene? When Dame Dash came up in the office and realized there was meetings going on without him, and he finally realized that he was cut out of Rockefeller. That's what it's giving me. That's what it's giving me. And shout out to Bree, because she went over to Kelsey Nicole page and saw that she took the photos down. She did. She did. Congratulations, Kelsey. You played yourself. Thumbs up this video. Hey, DC Purple Divas. Hey, Knotty, listening while I'm working and getting my son out the door. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate every last one of y'all joining me. I really, really do. So let's get into Safaree. Trolling Nicki Minaj. Ciao. Safaree funny to me. He showed up with a denim vest. Yes, hold on. Let me get the beginning shots. I said, this boy, he said, I ain't never going, I'm going to troll you forever. So Safaree was spotted at Gag City ahead of Nicki Minaj's show tonight in Miami. This is him with the denim vest.
Your jacket don't look
Your
good.
jacket looks great. I don't know what you're talking about, but every woman in here is gonna like that. Please, you want a jean vest.
So they attached that meme to it, okay? So then, Safaree took the Twitter. He said, I'm proud, no cap. A lot of y'all will never understand, but there is no malice in me. I'm proud. So he proud of the denim vest, child. He proud. Shout out to the Shade Room for that one, okay? Woo! And he was acting a whole fool. He was acting a whole fool at the concert. Y'all know Safaree is a wild boy. He a wild man, you know. He a wild man. Shout out to Neighborhood Talks for that footage. Okay. And I don't think Nicki was really happy about him showing up. Shout out to Morning Juice Box. Here we go. She called him a clown. Okay. Safaree said, I don't care. Call me a clown. I'm the best clown. I'm going to be a buffoon for you for life. Okay? He ain't care.
And did you cry all day and you didn't want to get out of bed and you couldn't eat? And you thought that life was over? And then one day you woke up and you realized you were way better off without that moron?
Okay, and so then she brought out Kenneth Petty, her husband, on stage. Child, let me tell you something. A hit dog will holler. She was bothered by Safaree being there because she wouldn't have made any commentary about him. Like, I would have paid him dust. Like, don't. And that's exactly what he wanted, was to get the attention from Nicki. And she gave it to him like a fool, okay? But she thought by bringing her convicted felon, yes, convicted, attempted rapist, whatever you want to call him, he convicted. He on the SO list, okay? She thought by bringing him out on stage and doing a lap dance, that girl, you would have been better off staying with Safaree cheating ass. I'm just saying. You a whole sugar mama. Here we go. Safaree did not care. Look, Safaree was living his best life. And whether she like it or not, Safaree is a part of her legacy. Safaree figured out how to make a bag, okay? Mm, mm, mm. Let me get the clips, because shout out to Live Bites for that one. She was going in on Safaree. Safaree did not get two. He did not care. Hold on. So she thought it'd be cute to bring out her husband, the convicted whatever, and do a lap dance. Oh my God, did y'all see Tamar and Kiki Wyatt? Oh my God, shaking all that fake BBL around? Well, not Tamar. She don't have one. She a proud flat booty chick. Here we go. Shout out to the Shade Room. I was disgusted with this. She thought this was a flex. She thought this was a flex, child. Yes, bless her heart, be more shorty. She thought that was a flex. She kept going too. Safaree don't care. Safaree don't hide your kids. Hide your kids. Hide your kids. Yeah, so she brought Kenan out to do a lap dance. Safaree don't care. He getting all the poom poom in the world right now. He don't care. And I think he bought tickets just to say you. Despite what you try to do to me and humiliate me, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm gonna buy tickets to your concert. I'm good. So Safaree is trending. Safaree is trending. And whether she like it or not, Safaree is a part of her legacy. So, shout out to Gag City. Y'all paying to see a SO offender get a lap dance on the stage. A major part. Whether she like it or not. And she would have been, the flex would have been if she would have ignored Safaree the whole show. But you gave him clout. And you talk about, oh, he a clown. So are you. Welcome to the circus. Congratulations, Nicki. You played yourself. And that's my opinion. All right, let's get into Foxy Brown. Okay, so it's always been rumors and speculation that Jay-Z and Foxy Brown had a relationship when she was underage. All right, I played a clip of an interview that Foxy Brown did saying basically that Jay-Z was her brother, her big brother or whatever, and she would not speak ill of him. All right. Jay-Z also made reference in his lyrics, like, I never put my cock in the Fox box. Okay. So with that being said, like, if you got both people debunking it, I'm not going to speculate any further on it. We have no proof. And unless she's willing to solidify that, what are we going to do, right? Well, Tisa Tells kind of took it and ran with it. I don't know where she got her information from or whatever. And like I said earlier, I feel like Foxy Brown has more of a connection in the Tupac case more than anything. Hey, MBMB. Thank you so much. I think it's more I think she's more relevant to the Tupac case more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Well, I spoke about it yesterday. Foxy Brown spoke out and was like, "Oh, the stories I have to tell is going to blow your mind, right?" And so I focused on that for the most part. But then she came back debunking the Jay-Z rumors, and she also called out Tisa Tells, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, but look, as commentators, people make mistakes. Tisa's only human. Okay. So Foxy Brown once again clears the air regarding rumors involving her and Jay-Z, and shout out to Spiritual World for this. Okay. And say she actually included Tisa's face on. This was in her stories, right? So Foxy Brown breaks her silence. Well, this is the title of Tisa video. Foxy Brown breaks her silence. Game over for Jay-Z and Diddy, and that's how she connected it. And I didn't take her story as she's breaking her silence towards any particular party, okay? But I know Foxy got a story to tell. She lived in that time. She was on the West Coast the night Tupac was taken out or whatever. And so she took to her story. She said, "Stop playing with my name. Dying for a comment. Can't spin me with the sucker-ish. To take Hove down, better ask about the cloth I'm cut from." So then she said, "Y'all want me to be anti-Hove so bad. Fuck out of here. Post that." And I know that's embarrassing. It has to be embarrassing. When I saw that post, I just said, well, Foxy Brown is ready to speak. I feel like I took it as she ready to tell her story. And she should. I think Lil' Kim should tell her story. I think all of them need to speak at this point. Thank you so much. Right. Tarshella said Tisa be live every 2 seconds. There's no way she's vetting everything. No way. And she made a mistake. So, I mean, I think it's a matter of seeing, like, will she take accountability for it? Ooh, be more sure. Do you think she moved out the country? Wow. We got it. This is a cautionary tale to commentators that you have to be careful. Please thumbs up the video. You have to be careful with the commentary that you put out. You really do. But Foxy Brown has debunked the rumors once again, and the only thing we can do is take her word for it at this point. She is not connecting anything with Jay-Z. She's not. The one thing I would say that they're guilty of is the music was very salacious for her age bracket. That's the only thing we have proof of. The proof is in the lyrics, okay? I wouldn't want my 15-year-old talking the way Foxy Brown was talking on Ain't No Like What I Got, No One Can You Better. Alright, so that's that on that. And Foxy said, I ain't no punk. And watch how you speak on my name. Period. Mm. Alright, King Harris had his baby shower. Now T.I. recently announced that he is going to be a grandfather again, or him and Tommy are going to be grandparents again. And he quoted that he's going to put King Harris, he's going to have his baby act real gangster the way King Harris tortured him and Tiny. Ask me, he just needed a whooping. But anyway, that's neither here or there. And it looks like they had a good time, okay? Shout out to Spiritual World for this. This is him and his baby mama at the baby shower. I'm glad he changed the color of his hair. He looks a lot better with the darker hair. He doesn't look as pale. All right, so a beautiful couple. All right, I wish them the best. I thought, and people are trying to say like, oh, he's so young and this and that. It is what it is at this point. He ain't asking us for no money to take care of their baby, so. But let me see. I got the footage, some footage from the baby shower. Let me see. Please thumbs up the video. I wish him the best. She looks like she's gonna pop any day now. And he's a Nepo baby, so I'm not surprised that he having a baby so young. I mean, Zanique did it. I mean, and here's footage from the baby shower. Looks really nice. Look at Major. He got so big. It looks like a nice scene. Shout out to Official Black. It looks like a nice setup. Okay? It looks like the baby's being welcomed with love. And I wish him nothing but the best. I wish him nothing but the best. And maybe fatherhood would mature him. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Okay, I ain't here to judge. It is what it is. These kids move very fast. All right. Let me I'm sliding this story in there. Let's get into Little Baby and Jada Waiter. Okay. So Little Baby has a new girlfriend. Okay. Little Baby, what? The latest thing he's been in the news for, he got caught with a blicky in Las Vegas, right? So it seems like he went all out for his new girlfriend's birthday. All right. And girl, that's just stuff. That's just stuff. Is that stuff gonna keep him from cheating, girl? Anytime people go out their way to make these old grandiose statements about their relationship and show everybody what they bought and stuff like that, it makes me question the relationship. DDG did the same thing at Holly, with Holly Bailey, right? He was showing all these grandiose ideas about all the gifts he was getting her and stuff like that. And look at them now. It's fake. Yes, it's definitely fake to me. It's definitely fake. Like, because why does the world need to know this? And last time I checked, people be looking at stories and stuff, setting up people to rob them. And he live in Atlanta. That's the #1 place it happens in, okay? A lot of the housewives has gotten robbed. Lil Wayne's daughter, she got robbed or whatever. Because y'all always online showing everything you spending your money on. You're asking the burglars to just come Just come to my house. You're inviting them. Right. Buy me some land. Fuck a purse. What the hell? I could buy my own pocketbook. Buy me some land. Buy me some property. Something that I could make some money on. All right. Well, and shout out to Morning Juice Box for this. They're saying that Jada Waiter is jealous. Okay. And so she posted, because they share a child together. She posted this Birkin bag and watch. Now, Jada Waiter got her own bag, okay? She made her own business. And she posted, she said, I love her mess. I retired Miss Chanel. No shade. It is shade, though. And if you don't care, why even say anything? It's giving you a little jealous, boo. You a little jealous because that man don't want you, okay? Because you slept with him on the first date and got pregnant. Trapper hoe. All right, so, it's giving that she jealous. That's what it's giving. Because why even say anything? Why even troll this? It is shade, whether she like it not or not. But man, why don't you talk about that photo shoot you did when you was half naked around your sons? She is so bothered. She is so bothered, okay? Because she no longer going to be the friend with benefit because she was still giving it up to that ninja. Because why don't you have a man? Why don't you have a man, Jada Waiter? It's been years. And she a pretty girl, so why can't you get a man? It's giving you still your baby daddy. Just like Cardi still Offset. You know what I'm saying? They want us to believe in. I refuse to do the story. Like, cause like in one breath you want to tell us all your business, and the next breath you mad cause we throwing it in your face. Girl, we want to know half the shit about you on Offset or off cheat, in the words of Sean Davy Way. If you didn't tell us about it, like, so shut up. Take it offline. Take it offline. All right. Let me see. I think that's all I got for y'all today. I think Safaree and Nicki Minaj took the cake. Let me see. Updates. Halle Berry, she refuses to turn over her financial records in her heated child custody case. Child. So Halle Berry is pushing back against her ex, Oliver Martinez, and demands to produce financial records in their ongoing child custody dispute. According to In Touch, the actress is objecting to appearing in court later this month and providing extensive financial documents escalating tensions in what has become a contentious legal battle. Child is never ending. Let me see. Do I have any other updates? Oh, Potomac started. I gotta watch it. Yeah, I think that's all the stories I cared about. Yeah. Oh, Tia Mowry. She gets on my last nerves. I told y'all she was doing all of that, saying that stuff about her sister and her not being close and bringing up the divorce once again. Like, it's been finalized. We over it, Tia. It's all for her show. Now she exploiting her virginity. Child, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for this. It's given that Tia is still in love with her ex-husband. She talk about him way too much. He don't say nothing about her. He don't try to get no clout off of it, nothing. But this chick can't seem to shut up. It's giving you regret getting divorced. Here we go.
Over that hump.
I think it requires really knowing yourself, really emancipating yourself from the need to control what people think.
Thank you for that, because I lived my life for others, and I found validation with myself.
You shouldn't have to act in your life.
Yeah.
Yo, she couldn't get her sister to participate in her reality show, so she got her sister knockoff lookalike. Y'all remember the show, I forget the name. Damn it. What show was she on?
My persona as a celebrity is kind of like the girl next door, the white picket fence. But what I didn't show was the
Half and half. That was, remember that sitcom Half and Half? Mm-hmm. That's the girl.
Requires really knowing yourself, you know, like really emancipating yourself from the need to control what people think.
Thank you for that, because I lived my life for others and I found validation with myself.
You shouldn't have to act in your life.
Yeah, that part. And that's what it was.
Acting.
I got tired of not being authentic, you know, and living in my truth. I got tired of showing up at events and people thinking that everything was perfect when it wasn't, you know, like I would go home and feel alone. My persona as a celebrity is kind of like the girl next door.
Shut up,
was
Tia.
really going on in my marriage. Maybe I was trying to live a fantasy.
This time, however long it lasts before, you know, there's a new iteration of your life, right, with a partner.
You know, I've never dated.
That's right.
I've never dated. Corey was my first.
Right. Yes.
Everything.
I know.
So I wasn't even allowed to date until I was 18 years old. I met Corey when I turned 20, and I lost my virginity at 25. There. Was that it? And then we got married. Boom. Well, was really going on.
Girl, go sit down, Tia. We don't care. Yeah, she was in Smart Guys. Yeah, so she couldn't get her twin to participate because her twin is over it or whatever. And so she got her sister knockoff. All right, girl, you wasn't a hoe, okay? But you picked a bum off the streets to be with. And you mad years later that the relationship was like flatlined, right? Child. That's all I got for you, Naughty Crew, today. I can't with these fake Hollywood people. The grand opening, grand closing. I can't with these fake Hollywood people. And we started the show with realness. You know what I mean? And I just want to leave it there. Because I just can't anymore. I can't, for the life of me, co-sign. Like, Tia gives me... She was always like the twin that got all the attention, because people will always say that she prettier, which I think both of them are gorgeous at the end of the day, or whatever. And her sister had like an awkward goofiness to her. But I think years ago, especially after the last reality show her sister did, it gave me the sense that she had this desperate need to separate herself from her sister and create her own lane. And that is what she did. She married her a clear man. She is now owner of a vineyard. She was living her best life. Okay. She got on the real and she started doing her thing outside of her sister. And I don't think Tia could take the fact that she can shine on her own. When the reality is, she really need her sister. Tia need her sister. It's the other way around. Yes, please like the video. So Tia thinks she gonna gaslight us with this show, this reality show. And we don't care, ma'am. We don't care. And why you keep having to bring up Corey just to make your reality show and your divorce? Your children are gonna see this. It's weird, right? But maybe she took her sister for granted once and for all, and she was like, no more. And she put up boundaries. That's what I think happened. Because I remember when that's when she was pregnant, when Tia was pregnant with her first son. This was before Tamara got married, I believe. Right before she got married. All right, I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day, and I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Let's leave the conversation in the comments. Let me know what you think about Safaree trolling Nicki Minaj and Nicki Minaj giving a lap dance to her pedo. Excuse me. Her attempted rapist, ex-offender. As a response to Safaree trolling, let me know what y'all think about Janice Combs and her gaslight statement, her delusional statement, I want to say, about the monster she created, her son. And let me know what you think about Foxy Brown giving Tisa Tells the business and setting the record straight, like, chick, don't keep lying on me. Leave it in the comments. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I appreciate every last one of you. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.